and welcome to the iceHQ ice rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia on Wurundjeri Woiwurrung traditional land for the CCM National Women's Tournament. T2 clash between the Melbourne Furies in the kind of dark blue with bronzy coloured sleeves and the Brisbane Drop Airs. I believe it's the first time a Brisbane team has come down here to compete at the CCM National Women's Tournament. It's got a few local players helping out again. Watch out in particular for April Rocket Marshall, who is helping out for them as well as a fill-in. We don't know too much about the other players in the team, but I'm sure we will find out plenty in the 3 periods coming up. Certainly looking good in the warm-up. Millie Williams looks strong, and we'll see how they go. They're playing against the Melbourne Furies. Some players there of note, Shay Gunyak and Melissa Bibby, who are legends of Australian women's ice hockey. Watch for them to be absolutely superb. And also players to watch out for in that team, Debbie Bowles, who's had a bit of a break from hockey, but it has a hell of a cannon if she can get it firing from the blue line. I don't know exactly what position she'll be playing. In the net for the Furies is Katrina Lee, who has come up through the development program and the development leagues here at iceHQ, and in the net for the Brisbane Drop Airs, who are in the white jerseys with sort of pinky red and black. Melbourne Furies in the blue with again, sort of bronzy coloured sleeves. So watch out for Melissa Bibby and Shay Gunyak, who will be superb, and they'll be starting off. Veterans of the sport, but absolute champions as well. Legends of the game here in Australia. It's an enormous privilege to have them here. But another enormous privilege we have in terms of legends of the game. One of the referees tonight is none other than Lucy Parrington, who is currently the captain of the Melbourne Ducks in the AWIHL, but has done everything that can possibly done in Australian women's ice hockey, and we're enormously fortunate to have her here with us tonight. Face off won by the Furies. It doesn't get back past the work there of Sonia Zhang, who puts the puck up the ice to clear it out. Moving back quickly to keep the puck in though, keep it in the zone there. There's a player with a modified number on the jersey that's going to make life difficult. But regardless, the Furies now back in the defensive zone, looking to play it up. The Drop Airs getting a little bit of pressure there, just giving a bit of room there though to Bibby, who dumps the puck in. Puck now on the ice as it's picked up there by Theo. They play up the half boards, and the Drop Airs will get the puck out of the zone nicely on the stick there of Urquhart. Urquhart puts the puck across. Shot from a distance goes through, and the first goal is scored. Pass across from Urquhart. I think that might have gone. You see it on the replay. Gets a nice pass across. It goes across to Brie Byer, who gets a straight past Katrina Lee for the first goal in the game, in the first minute of the game, to the Brisbane Drop Airs. If you're watching this from Brisbane, welcome to the show. It's not a bad start for your team. Enjoy the coverage that we're bringing to you here at iceHQ. Got lines on our rink and boards and so forth, which it's nice to have it here. So the first goal there scored by Brie Byer. Yasmin Jardins tried to shovel the puck back in, but it's brought back up now quickly by Shay Gunyak, who dumps it into the corner, but it'll be picked up now by the Drop Airs. They play it up ice. They're pinching in quickly there. Gunyak, who saw an opportunity, loses it just under her feet, has to go back and pick it up. Racing back also to pick up Natasha Hudson, but it will go for icing, and it'll be brought all the way back for a defensive zone face-off. Now, the players here who are used to playing in our recreational league, which is quite a few of them, they don't have the no change rule enforced on an icing. If you're not familiar with it, you play the puck from your side of the rink and across the goal line at the other end, and no one touches it, it's icing. Brought back for a defensive zone face-off. You might think that's not a terribly big deal, and most of the time it's not. Defensive zone face-off is a great opportunity for counter-attack, but you're not allowed to get a change, so you're tied. Shot fired in there by Dundas, who tried to put a bit onto it to try and get a puck away. Went just a little bit wide. As a battle behind the goal line, just 2 players tangled up. And now the Drop Airs look to play it up ice, just getting it through nicely, but picked off. Nice work there by Sarah Chong, who just kept it in there for the Furies. It's got a stick on it. It's just being a little bit casual with the puck there was Williams. The puck stuck deep in the corner. Williams now looks up ice, goes cross ice, gets away with it. Don't do that too many times, but fortunately tried to get it across as far as Phillips, who blew a tyre in the process. The referee's not calling a trip on that one. Looks like we've had a change in the referees too. Norma Yan has left the rink, but we still do have Lucy Parrington on the ice as the main referee. But just bringing the puck up through the defensive zone now, zone, and just tipping it out of the D zone there was Sonia Zhang. Puck deep down the other end. Now here come the Furies. It gets on to the stick of Theo, but she leaves it behind. Back the other way with some speed comes Skeen. Skeen, a local. He came up through our development program here in our development leagues. Tries to get the puck past there, the goaltender there in Courtney, but didn't happen. But it's now on the stick of Woods. Woods loses it, and the Furies will clear it out of his own. Referee's hand up there for an icing. Racing back now to make sure of it was Zhang. The Furies this time sent back. They can't get a change. No fresh legs. Assuming the referees are going to enforce it, and they do. Parrington right onto it. No, you're not allowed to change. It's not beer league. Anyway. See the defensive players for the drop airs pinching right in. This is one of the things that you've got to be careful of on a defensive zone face, on an attacking face-off. If the defending team gets a quick break, pinches in too far, you're in a lot of trouble. But this time it didn't quite work out like that. With the puck now, Urquhart puts the puck in, but it goes behind the net. It'll be picked up by Harvey. He clears the puck up ice, but doesn't get it out of the zone. Woods now with the puck, dumps it back in, got onto the stick of Lazaro. It goes around the back. Looks to reset up high, calling for it there was Zhang, but it wasn't going to come out to her. And it goes dangerously across the front of the slot. Out of the zone now for the drop airs, who have to reset. Pressure by Theo as the Furies changing. Theo now has the puck, looks up, trying to find some options. Hasn't got too much going. Dispossessed of the puck, but it's picked up there by Shay Gunyak, who has room, gets onto her forehand, takes a shot. Save made, Christian. Let's play there, Gunyak showing us what she can do when she wants to. Puck flung down the other end, no icing the call. The race is on there between the Furies and the drop airs to get to it. Furies get it first and play it up the boards wisely. Now here they come the other way with speed. This time it's Bibby. Bibby gets onto the fort, no backhand. Push it across the front, but there was white jerseys all over the place. No Furies to help. Playing out of the zone now. As Dundas gets pushed off it. Dundas ridden widely there, ridden wide by Desjardins. Now with the puck, goes wide. Gets around one, tries to get onto the forehand. Doesn't get past though Gunyak, who was there. Gunyak battles away and pushes through. Force of will, but loses the puck in the process. Regains it, goes back the other way. Gunyak with some great work. A little risky. Reverses back the other way once more, but no help. And it goes back and ends up on the stick. Jardiners, who gets shot into the slot. Good chance though, not able to finish it. Phillips, who was there. Puck across the slot. No one there for the drop airs to take advantage. It's tricky. Now it's on the half boards. Furies will look to try and clear it out of the zone, but the drop airs have it. A lot of work there. Shay Gunyak, who's been well pressed, tries to reverse it once more. Still not able to clear the puck out of the zone though. The Furies have been stuck. Been good consistent pressure by the drop airs on this shift. As now trying to pick it up, Jensen. Sorry, I tell a lie, not Jensen. That's Dundas, another player who came up through our development program. And now drop airs with the puck once more, just flipping it in on a nice little backhand there with Skeen. Some other interesting players to watch out for will be April Marshall when she gets on the ice. She's up on the blue line at the moment. We get the puck past her though. Puck dumped in deep. Icing will be the call. Lucy Parrington waves it back up. Drop airs trying to get, sorry, not drop airs, the Furies trying to get a change. The referee's right onto it and say, no, you come back out here. So now they're pretty tired. They've been on the ice for a good minute and a half under a lot of defensive pressure. Drop airs can get a change. The Furies cannot. So they will be tired. Drop airs wisely getting fresh legs on the ice. They've got a huge bench, but they do have two lines. Gunyak now looking to clear the puck out of the zone. They'd be pretty keen just to get a change, that group. been on a long time. Try and lob it up. They get the puck out of the zone at least. Zhang flings it all the way back in. Chances now for changes. Referee's calling something. I don't know what exactly that call was for. It might have been an offside. Looks like they're calling that one an offside. One of the top bears must have been over the blue line before the puck was flung in. Anyway, Barrington drops the puck. Furies cleared the zone after winning the face-off. Goes up onto the stick of Theo, who dumped it in. Puck got around Bowles, who has to race back and try and fix it up. On the stick now of Skeen. Skeen pushed wide. Looking for someone in the slot, try and get the pass up to. There's a player there, but being well covered. Bowles doing a good job too of just owning that high slot. Puck flung across. Picked up onto the stick of Gagnon. Gets the puck out of the zone with some speed. Sorry, not Gagnon, it's Gagnon. Shot fired on the net, but Christian makes the save and swallows it up. We will have wholesale changes en masse. The referees will set up for a defensive zone face-off. 1 goal to the Drop Bears very early in the game from 3 shots. Furies with 2 on the net. 5 minutes to go in the first of 3. Face-off this time, not really won cleanly by anyone, but ends up bobbling through to Courtney Christian in the net, who just stops it, and we'll have a reset. Looks like the Furies pretty keen to get the puck across to Theo, who's floating around into the slot, just trying to get some opportunity, being well marked though by Millie Williams. Just keeping an eye on the situation, and then the puck is flung out. Turnaround occurs. And they'll have to go back and sort it out, the Furies. Puck down on the half boards. Having to do something in a bit of a hurry to pick it up as Katie Hurtis. Puck is brought out though, and the Drop Bears with another chance. It gets across onto the stick of Urquhart. Urquhart puts the puck up, finds Williams. Williams went for the shot, looking for a tip perhaps, but there was Katrina Lee who made that one safe. Lee, a very new goaltender, certainly playing at this level would be a step up for her. Came through our development program only a couple of seasons ago, does all the hard work, does a lot of training, an awful lot of experience in terms of years, but certainly a lot in terms of games. Has improved enormously very quickly indeed. Puck just seen off into the corner there by aforementioned Lee. And now the Furies look to break it out from behind the net. Getting past the first bit of pressure there is Gunyak. Gunyak gets onto the forehand, goes wide. Still on the forehand, looking for someone in the slot. Scott Jensen there, if she can get it to her. Not much particularly happening for Gunyak at the moment. Eventually loses a footing. Possibly looking around for a trip, but it didn't happen. Up through the top of the zone. It was picked up and cleared out by Zhang, who flung it in deep, racing now to pick it up. Woods to pick it up, but doesn't get there first. It steals it regardless, takes the puck away from Bleakley. Puck goes up high. Jensen will clear it out of the zone just, but it's pushed back in with some authority there by Sonia Zhang, who's been very effective so far. And the Drop Bears all offside. Now they have to reset, go back in. No great pressure on them as Bleakley passes the puck up. Found Marie Stella. Now 3 on 2 if they can do it quickly, but just a little bit casual there with the puck. Tara Phipps, didn't get enough on it really to make it useful. And under pressure, Mr. Jardins picks it up again. This time it's Marshall who tries to get through. Runs out of room. But now has the puck and flings it back to her D partner there in Williams. Williams goes across, finds the stretch all the way up to Jardins, who's pushed into the corner and loses possession. And it's onto the stick of Andy Clay. Clay looking up ice, trying to find choices. Doesn't clear the zone though, it's kept in, but then moved out of the zone. Unfortunately there, Tara Phipps couldn't keep it in. Just a little bit casual. Losing the footing there was Clay for the Furies. Now here they come with a bit of speed onto the stick now of Costello. Costello on her backhand, flings it across looking for someone in the slot. No one there for the Furies, and the Drop Bears will clear it out. Bowles gets in the way of everyone and says my puck, but the forecheck by the drop air is not quite enough, and now it's on the stick of Melissa Bibby, who has lots of time. Takes a shot. It's a good one, but a stick got in the way there, and I think it was Williams. This time it'll be picked up by Bibby's pressure, but it was kept in the end by Skeen. No, Theo, sorry. And now drop airs will clear it out. On the stick now, Williams, who looks up ice, going to have a little bit of pressure on him. Williams being pressured by Bowles. Bowles gets a stick in the way, just enough to disrupt things a little. Now Williams has some space, but it's onto the stick instead of one of the other drop airs, but picked up the other way. Very nearly making the connection there was Theo. 1 minute to go in the first, still 1 goal the margin. As the drop airs under pressure clear the puck out from behind the zone. A good forecheck there by Bowles. And it's picked up now and onto the stick of Heron. Heron couldn't control it, and it's out the other way. Picked up now Lazaro with it, battling on the boards with Theo. Victor there, the drop airs as they get another chance. In the dying seconds of the game, just 30 seconds, sorry, of the period, just 30 seconds to go in the period. Drop airs racing back to pick it up. Going to go behind their net. It's circling around. Lazaro waiting for it up on the blue line. Goes for a move across the ice. So with just 17 seconds to go in the first. Drop airs looking to clear it out of the zone. They go cross ice. They get away with it just. A bit lucky there. But getting first to the puck. The Furies will play it behind the net. Just 5 seconds to go. Maybe looking just to get it out of their zone. Shot fired from a distance. Went wide. And that will do the first. And at the end of the first, the drop airs with first goal. That was Bree Breyer who got that one from Sonia Zhang and Kira Urquhart. So that gives them the lead of 1-2-0 at the end of the first. It's our 4th game of the evening of the first night of the CCM National Women's Tournament here at iceHQ. Nice little goal there early on. It's Bree Breyer given the first assist and Zhang the second. No penalties so far. Just witnessed previously to the Melbourne Reds taking on the West Australian Honey Badgers. Honey Badgers have now won 2 games, sorry, 1 game, 1 win and 1 draw. 1 all draw against the Reds. It looked like they were going to win until the last few seconds when the Reds got one back towards the end of the game. But they've had a huge day. The West Australian team flown over and then played 2 games in the one evening, so big day for them. We'll be sleeping well tonight. Brisbane team not having the trouble quite as far, and only an hour's difference in time zones, not the big difference from WA. They've got a 3-hour time zone difference. It does make a difference, especially towards day 2 and day 3 of the tournament. It's a 4-day tournament. Now got 10 teams competing, 6 in the top tier and 4 in the beginner leagues or the novice division. This CCM National Women's Tournament continues to grow, and we're enormously pleased to have Brisbane team with us. I believe this is the first time that we've had them as a team swap round. It's the difficult period now for changes a second. You've got to go further to get your changes. See how they go. The Furies with a little bit of line disorganisation at the moment, because they're just trying to get themselves sorted out. Gets the game underway. Face off there won by Bibby. It's not clean, and the drop airs will get it out through the middle, but it's picked up instead by Stella, who dumps it in. But picked up by the drop airs, who wisely around the back of the net, chip it out. They get it past Bibby on the point. Sorry, Gunyak. Just blowing a tyre there. There's the drop airs as they get some attacking pressure on a young team on the whole. The drop airs by the look of it. Pushing through was Zaro. Gets past Bibby, but doesn't take the puck with her. Bibby now, sorry, Gunyak has the puck. Looking for options, just dances around, skates around Hudson and leaves, decides to keep the puck. Doesn't clear the puck out of the zone though. Second chance as they're driving now to pick up the puck. The drop airs. Sneaky backhand attempt, shoot. Was taken. I think it might have been shot there by Lazaro, but up to the task was Lee. Might see this one on the replay. Let's see what happens here on the top down. Unfortunately, we lost eyesight of who was the actual shooter on the camera angle a little bit too close. Forced to make the save there, Lee. So looks like Debbie Bowles taking a face off for the Furies as they win it. Around the back of the net, trying to clear the puck out of the zone. Stella couldn't get it past the work there of Phipps. Sorry, get that right eventually. Probably by Sunday night. As the drop airs go high slot, but unfortunately for them, failing to make the connection. There was an attempt to get the puck across to Williams. It didn't quite go. Williams cleans up the mess though. Comes back in with a bit of speed. Doesn't get past the first poke check, and is dispossessed by Anthony Costello, who got a bit of stick onto it. Now they dump the puck in, it goes behind the net. Costello will have to pick it up, looking for some movement. Coming in to try and provide options is Gagnon. Just goes behind her feet though, and it will be picked up by Williams for the drop airs. It goes cross, gets away with it, makes a connection there with Desjardins. Desjardins gets onto the forehand, winds, leaves the puck behind. I don't know if that was deliberate. It looked good. Now the Furies will clear it out behind the net. Trying to pick that up was Gagnon again. Trying to get the puck out of the zone, and this time they do, but it'll be retrieved by Zhang, who flings it in. Not a lot on it, but enough certainly to turn them around. It gets to Costello, who looks up ice, goes cross ice. Very, very lucky to get away with that one. But made it in the end to Clay, who dumped it in. And now the drop airs, puck loose in their close slot. They're there in sufficient numbers to be able to fix it. Gardens clears the puck out again, but race it back now to pick it up first. It's Hurtis. Hurtis looked for Chong. Chong goes up ice. Found a connection, but not quite able to handle it cleanly. Coming back now the other way, Williams. Williams being harassed by two, tries to use some strength. It goes across the front. Desperate diving shot there, shot fired there by Phipps, who was trying to get the opportunity. Williams made it happen. Now they'll push back into the corner. Bowles, sorry, Heron trying to do something. It's loose in the slot, but it will be cleared out by Theo, who dumps it down the other end. And icing will be the call. They didn't have a lot of choices there. Put the puck all the way down the other end, not a bad option. But they can't get the change. They will be forced back for that defensive zone face-off. With 11 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second, it's a 1-0 lead to the drop airs from 7 shots over the Furies, with 3 shots on the net so far. Courtney has not been particularly challenged. Face off, not really clearly won by anyone, but the drop airs, so the Furies managed to get a breakaway out of it. So Winger charging through with some speed, doing exactly the right thing. There's a lesson for new players. That's what that winger was doing. Shot fired. Lee forced to make another save. The drop airs try and get another shot on, but it's going to be picked up now and cleared out of the zone by Theo, who dumps it in deep. No hand up for an icing. It's going to be clean. It's around the back of the net. Theo has a player in the loose slot if they can get it across. Looks like Chong from this angle. And the chance was there. But the goaltender there, this time Christian was testing. We'll see this one from top down. Fury's thinking it was a goal. Just waiting on a decision on that one. Looked like Theo thought that had gone in. We'll see what the referees are calling. From their angle, they couldn't see it clearly. We'll see it from the top down, perhaps. So the puck bobbles through. Yep, so Theo has tucked that one in, and we are all tied up at 1 goal apiece. Just snuck there underneath the pad of Courtney Christian. And we have a tied game with 9 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the second. Puck dumped in deep by the Furies. As the drop airs look to bring it out. Not cleanly though, just mishandling and leaving the puck behind was Tara Phipps. Plays the puck up ice, trying to find Lazaro. Just blowing a tie there with maybe a little bit of assistance was Phipps. We're going to get a tripping call perhaps. No, a hooking call. And that's going to be on... Just a second, I think that's Bleakley. Bleakley will be sitting 2 for the Furies. So that gives the drop airs the first power play of the game. They will have a numerical advantage of 1 player for 2 minutes or less if a goal is scored. And the attacking zone face-off. There's no icing for the Furies if they dump the puck down the other end, they're not brought back. Face-off won by the Furies. Now their job here is to get the puck all the way down the other end and turn the drop bears around, if they can. And they don't this time. It's on the stick of Williams, who winds. It's a shot. A couple of tips, but didn't go through. You get it up to her again. She's got a cannon on her. That's for sure. Puck now brought up by the Furies. Yet to clear the puck out of the zone. Now they've got a chance to. It's loose. It's cleared out of the zone. This time Dundas got enough on it to get it out, forcing the drop bears to turn, and they're caught offside, maybe not aware of exactly what was going on there. Was Zhang, who fired it after the whistle as well. He's going to get 2 for unsportsmanlike. Once the whistle is blown, the game stops. And so that's why that penalty is awarded. The offside is not the reason for it, but the shot after the whistle absolutely is. So it's now 4 on 4 for about a minute, and then the Furies will have the power play for around about a minute or so. 4 on 4 on an NHL size rink, which this one is. This is a full size NHL rink. So the American standard, North American standard. There's a lot of real estate. Expect to see a few more shots as we have 40 seconds of 4 on 4. This is where individual skills and puck possession really come into the play. As the drop bears look to get it past, but racing back now and getting to it first was the Furies. The drop bears push it through, but it's cleared out of the zone nicely there by Bowles. Sorry, that's not Bowles, that's Keating. And now the drop bears looking to play it back up. Just 8 seconds to go on the Bleakley penalty. So the Furies will be quite happy just to keep control of this until they get the extra player on the ice. And now we are 5 on 4. So the power play now to the Furies. Just back on comes Lauren Bleakley. Straight back into the game, which is the right thing to do. And now a couple of changes going in for the Furies. They get some fresh legs. 1 minute to go on the Zhang penalty. Puck deep in the corner. Is pretty keen just to get the puck out of the zone. They can ice it now with impunity. It doesn't matter. In fact, that's probably what they want to do. But 1 goal apiece with 6 minutes to go in the second. Puck is moved out of the zone. Having to race back now to pick it up is Shea Gunyak. She's got plenty of time. Looks up ice and sees a lot of real estate. They're still on the power play to the Furies for another 30 seconds. Gunyak plays the puck up, tried to find Bowles and did, but not cleanly. They lose the puck through the neutral zone, and now drop bears will come back, but it's stolen there by Bowles. Shot fired by Lazaro. Nice save made by Katrina Lee in the net for the Furies as they clear the puck out of the zone once more. Drop bears with a pretty effective penalty kill so far, but finally the puck is cleared out of the zone. Just 5 seconds to go on the Zhang penalty. We're back to 5 on 5 hockey. Too many shots by the Furies on this power play. They'll be a little disappointed with that. And now we are back to full strength. Zhang straight back onto the ice and back into the game as they battle on the boards in front of the drop bears bench. Pushing through rugby scrum style was Debbie Bowles, who just kept bashing away at it, pushing everyone backwards, just showing pure strength. But with 5 minutes to go, the referee says enough of that. It's not going anywhere. We'll have a face-off at the offside mark, just outside the Melbourne Furies defensive zone. Finish there, change. Just under 5 minutes to go in the second. We're all tied up at 1 goal apiece. As the drop bears a little bit casual on the pass there by Williams. Quite get onto it as nicely as she would have liked. And it's flung back in by Hudson, who throws it in deep. Doesn't get it very cleanly. Now it's on the stick of Phipps, who clears the puck out. Doesn't get it past Gunyak, who pitched in. Stuck on the board, so gets the puck across, and it's now on the stick of Stella. The save made in the net safely by Christian Courtney for the drop bears once more. 4 minutes to play in the second. We're all tied up at 1 goal apiece. Not a case of next goal wins because it's a 3-period game, but low scoring game so far. been fairly torrid in terms of tension. Just the 2 penalties so far, sorry, 3 penalties. Really able to take much advantage of it. Flung in from a distance by Costello, bounced off the stick, and it comes all the other way. Going to get an icing on this. We've got a referee, Lucy Parrington's hand is up, indicating the ice, so it will be brought back. Trying to get a sneaky change there was, I think, Stella. She's been called back onto the ice. Lucy Parrington saw it. Just a little bit of discussion there. Perhaps it was an early change and it didn't actually matter. She might have got away with it there, or perhaps it didn't really matter because she was actually laid on. But it comes up high. It's flung in by Bleakley, who tried to get enough on it with a little bit of a lob. Not much, but a shot fired there by Bibby. Certainly tested out Christian in the net. Second chance now for the Furies. You get a little sneaky backhander on. And it was shoveled in by Hudson. Not quite enough on it to make it dangerous. So Gagnon got Hudson, I think. Gagnon. We'll have another defensive zone face-off for the Brisbane Drop Airs with just over 2 minutes to play in the second. Showing some good speed has been River Lazaro, but not able to capitalise on it yet. He made some chances as the puck is cleared out of the zone by the Drop Airs, and it will be picked up by Keating, who dumps it up ice. And he gets as far as the middle of the neutral zone. Lazaro now just hands the puck off, gets back into the slot, trying to get a tip. It's loose, but it just dribbled in the end to Katrina Lee, who just grabbed hold of it, said, righto, we'll stop the play. Well positioned though, Lazaro, but it was, didn't have enough on it to really trouble Lee. We have another defensive zone face-off for the Furies. Puck dropped, we've restarted. Just fanning on the shot there, Williams, who tried it one time, it didn't quite go. Looks around, makes it pass, cross-ice pass to the last line of defence. Got it across though to Marshall, who puts it in. Comes back out again, but runs into something. It might have been Pennington who got in the way. Pennington, the referee, that is. At least at the moment, the referee. As blasting up now through is Bibby, who gets around one, goes around the back looking for a wraparound, forgets the wraparound. That's not going to work. And now it ends up on the stick of Lazaro, who dumps it out to clear the zone. Lazaro now just holding, had to jam on the brakes and was caught offside. If you're not familiar with the rule, you're not allowed to enter the attacking zones across that blue line until the puck does. The rule is this, and one way to think about it is puck you. In other words, the puck goes in, then you go in. In that particular case, Lazaro was just caught on the wrong side of the line. He was trying to hit the brakes and keep a foot back, just not quite enough. So we have to face off just outside the zone. Flung in this time to Lazaro. Lazaro finds, takes a shot. But it was high. Lee's lost sight of it, but it's somewhere and tangled up in Lee's gear. And there it is. So we'll see this on the replay. Lee, once the save is made, has lost sight of the puck, but it doesn't really matter. We're underway again. The replay can stop now. As Williams puts the puck across. Had a chance for a shot, didn't take it. Pinches in and activates, went across Lazaro, just a smidge out of reach. As Williams is in close, just the 1D back at the moment for the Drop Airs. It's a little bit dangerous, but it's Rocket Marshall who picks it up, flings it in straight into the midsection though of Stella Marie, but that'll do the second. And at the end of the second, we're all tied up at 1 goal apiece. 11 shots on the net for the Drop Airs, 8 shots on net for the Furies. Team really able to put on an awful lot of pressure onto the goaltenders at the moment. We have another 2 games to go this evening before tonight's festivities conclude. Chock-a-block, next 3 days of hockey, where we'll have again tomorrow evening running from 5 till 11ish. We've got another 5 games, and then Saturday and Sunday we have the finals. Both of these teams would love to make it. A lot of hockey to be played between now and then. Two goaltenders warm but not exhausted. We'll see how it pans out for them later this evening. A remaining games for today. After this game, we will have the Adelaide Hidden Gems against the Shennihilators. And that's a rookie division. And then the last game for the night will be at 10:25 p.m, which will be the Shifty Lizards against the Central Coast Stingrays. The Central Coast Stingrays played at 5 and they're playing again at 10:25. So challenging afternoon for them. They've all been sitting around for 3 hours. They'll have to go back through their warm-up. Maybe their gear will be dry-ish. That'll be sweaty and disgusting. Who knows? Wet wetsuits first thing in the morning. Yum. Anyway, that's the nature of the game. Bring a bunch of hair dryers and dry your gear out. That can work. Squirt them with some sort of a rapid evaporating substance like isopropyl alcohol, which is cheap. Face off this time. Not really won cleanly by anyone, but the Drop Bears finish up with it, and it was played in by Desjardins. Battle on the boards in front of the Drop Bears bench. Picked up again Desjardins with a bit of room. Gets around one. It's on a backhand though. Takes a shovelly backhand shot. Went wide of the net. Behind the net now as they battle. It goes across through the slot, but no one there for either team. Bibby just mishandled it and left it go. But it'll be moved out of the zone under pressure. We're going to have a penalty on. Going to be another penalty there on Zhang, who is now rivaling everyone's favourite Annie Bartlett from the Central Coast Stingrays. The penalty counts. She's now on her second. So the competition on to see who gets the most penalty minutes throughout the tournament. At the moment, he's being won by Annie Bartlett, but she's now squared up by Zhang, who now has 2 as well. It was an innocent tangle, but if you bring your opponent down, the referee has no alternative but to award the penalty. Face off this time won by Bowles, who had a chance there for a tip-in, couldn't quite get onto it. Circulates around the numerical advantage now for 2 minutes or less to the Furies, if they can turn this into a scoring opportunity. Bowles just beaten away from the puck by Williams. Try and shoot the puck in there. Dundas had a bit of a chance. Bowles back to Dundas, who mishandles it, and it will be cleared out of the zone there by Skeen, who sends the puck all the way down to the Zamboni gate. Go fetch, and the Furies will have to bring it up. They go straight down the middle and throw the puck away, like they didn't want it. And now the Drop Bears will just sit behind the net, smoking out the forecheck, just forcing Gagnon to do something. They're just wasting time. A little bit brave to hang on it for too long. Williams with confidence gets around 2, carries the puck through. One in front, gets around the side there of Harvey. Got a shot on in the end, forced Lee to make some work. Not a bad way to kill a penalty, but in the end dispossessed. Marshall now with the puck, tries to return the favour, gets a bit of room herself. Now Marshall goes into the corner, shoots, and Lee forced to just watch it go around the side. Marshall keeping the pressure on, just rubbing out onto the boards there. The player in Dundas, or Hurtis. Now another chance. No shots on the net so far for the Furies on the power play. It's been all Drop Bears as they go over to start getting some changes. And now the Furies looking to come back as the Drop Bears reset. You can just see Theo circling around, looking dangerous as it's carried over the puck by Hudson. Hudson runs into Rocket Marshall and is dispossessed. Marshall clears the puck out of the zone, not quite though. It's kept in though by Gunyak. Gunyak gets on to the forehand in the end, trying to look up high for Hudson. Penalty is over now, and coming on behind the play is Zhang behind the play, who abandons the game to go and get a change, but it doesn't matter. We've got an injury at the moment just over in the corner. We missed it. It's out of our sight line here. You'll see it better on the camera. Very slow to get back onto their feet. I'm sure the camera's going to pick that one up, and probably best if it doesn't. Very slow to get back onto their feet. Looks like a lower leg injury. It's I'll tell you who it is, one of the Furies. Can't see the number from here. It looks like it might be. That's Shay Gunyak being helped off the ice with what looks like a lower leg injury. And Shay, one of the legend of ice hockey here in Australia. Must have come down awkwardly in the corner. The referee's not calling any foul on it. No, we are getting a foul. It's Williams who's being escorted to the box. no intent to injure, but those collisions can happen. The clock's still ticking. Williams will be sitting 2. So Gunyak being off the ice is a big loss for the Furies. Very, very powerful, strong player. One of their better playmakers and certainly a very effective defender. As the Furies will take the face-off on the backhand, it looks, for Sarah Chong, who goes over to take it. As the drop bears just get themselves organised. Let's put this one onto her backhand. An interesting choice. Just tries to poke it through. Puck fans across the front of the net, not able to clear it out. Urquhart now with a chance to clear the puck out of the zone. Hard off the boards. And they don't quite keep the puck out of the zone, but they do in the end. It's picked up nicely by Phipps, who's pushed though into the corner. Another example of the drop bears doing a great power kill, where they're killing the penalty by attacking all the time and just forcing the Furies to defend. They try and clear the puck out of the zone, but can't. It's deep in the corner now for them. You can see the 2 drop bears defenders just sitting back, waiting while they're watching for the pressure as one-person forecheck does all the damage for them. That was some very effective play there by Yasmin Desjardins. Puck now brought out. It's onto Sarah Chong, but she's got 2 in front. No help. Puts the puck across the front of the net. It's seen across there by Courtney Christian, who puts the puck into the corner. And it'll be picked up now by Theo, who goes a wraparound backhand. 2 shots fired. It's underneath the feet of Harding, who couldn't see it. You'll see this on the top down, but it was stuck in the 5-hole between the goalie's legs. See this on the replay. He's lost sight of it. I don't think anyone quite knew where it was. In the end, it went in, but it went in after the whistle had blown. So that doesn't count. Williams with another 30 seconds to go on the penalty. This is where it'll be interesting if Williams comes on behind the play. The drop bears are aware of it quite often and get a stretch pass through to the player, and the Furies might not necessarily be aware of the threat. They fling the puck in high. It was an enterprising shot there by Hurtis, who flung it in high. And the drop bears have scored on the power play. See this one on the top down. It was in close. Paying the price for the infraction. Just a bit loose. I think there might have been a tip in there by Stella. Not sure exactly what that one. I might get a better view of it from the top down. So we'll go on that place when you can scroll back on YouTube and have a look at it and get a better view of it than I will. Scoring on the power play, the Melbourne Furies give them a 1-goal lead with 7.5 minutes to go in the third. And they hang on to it. Brisbane team get it back. The puck now looking to flat up the ice. The Furies that get it out. They don't need to score any more goals. Whereas the drop bears to win need to score 2. It's a big ask, but not impossible. Anyone who's a Leafs fan knows the peril of this situation. Bowles picks it up out of the sky nicely. Gets it back down onto us. Didn't know hand pass there. But the drop bears clear it out of the zone, and it's on the stick there of Lazaro. He just hands it off. Perhaps could have taken a shot there. A little bit of a confidence thing perhaps for her. Now the puck goes into the corner. Zara's forecheck is beaten, and he gets past the point. Racing back now in a hurry to get it was Dundas. Dundas putting a lot of pressure on the drop bears defence, and it's picked up Bowles, who tried to shovel it in but didn't get it past Urquhart. He did a good job. Urquhart picks up the pass from Lazaro. It's deep in the corner. Lazaro's free on the side if they can get it up to her. Pass quite going to fly, but it's kept in now Woods. Woods dumps it back in. Puck loose in the slot. Bowles picks it up. Got to clear it out of the zone first. The Furies, they don't need to score. They just need to keep turning them around. They can't clear the zone. It's pushed back in there by Urquhart. Now the Furies with the chance to get the puck out of the zone if they don't goal. They do get it out eventually, but only as far as Skeen. Skeen looking around for options. Dumps it in. No one up there for her, unfortunately. Goes around the back of the net and looking for options, trying to find anyone to pass to. Got it as far as Theo, unfortunately, but Theo's stick just deflected it away. Sorry, that was Zhang making that pass. And now going back to pick it up is Bayer. Bayer loops around behind the back of the net, trying to find a connection. Gets Williams. Williams chips it up, but doesn't get it out of the zone. Chong picks it up for the Furies, who just chips it in awkwardly for the defence. And now it's on the stick of Costello who flung it in. Another chance for Costello. Takes the time. Winds it. It's awkward. Nearly a tip in there by Theo, but it wouldn't quite go. Deep in the corner now as they play it out, and it'll have to go back and be picked up by Amy Clay for the Furies. Just on 5 and a bit minutes to go in the third and final. 1 goal the lead to the Furies. Drop Bears trying to get a deflection. Just losing sight of it there was Chong. And now picking up the puck. The Drop Bears take it into the corner. They've got Williams free on the point if they can get it up there. I suspect that Williams has quite a cannon if they get to use it. It doesn't work if you never get the puck. Now the puck comes across. It'll be played out by Keating. Can't get it out of the zone though. It went across the front of the net there. Phipps almost got it. And now the Furies will rim it around the back. Just waiting for it a little bit too casually was Keating who got dispossessed. If you sit there and wait for the puck, it's going to get taken off you, especially by this Brisbane team who have certainly upped the intensity in the last minute or two. Just under 4.5 minutes to play. 1 goal the margin to the Furies. They battle on the boards right in front of the Zamboni gate. The ice there, perhaps a little questionable. But they get the puck out all the same. The Furies just try and chip it past, but getting body in the way nicely was Phipps. Did a great job of keeping the puck in the zone as they battle. Sticks tangled up all over the place. As just getting tangled up into there was Keating. Floating high, waiting for it, Desjardins, but they can't get the puck to her. And the puck is rimmed around once more up the sideboards. And the Furies can't keep it out though. It's on the stick now, Desjardins, who has a chance. Just hesitated a little bit too long on the shot, waiting for perfection, and that wasn't going to happen. And the Furies will clear it out. And now Rocket Marshall plays it across to Williams, who looks up ice, has a bit of room, gets past Theo's check, has space, gets around the second one, gets around the third on the forehand, shoots. Save made by Lee. Just one puck handle too many. In the end, just a bit too close, shutting down the angle as Marshall tries to blast through. Leaves a stick behind. Comes back down the other way. It'll be picked up now by Byer. Byer with a fair bit of space. Theo coming in on the forecheck. Byer looks up ice. No winger on the side to play to. Just lobs it up. Finds the stick instead of Skeen. Skeen's moving with a bit of purpose, but is robbed from behind by Bibby, who stole it nicely. Plays the puck up. Gets onto the stick of Jensen. Jensen dispossessed. It's picked up Williams, who looks up ice, trying to find anyone to pass to. Elects to go around the back. Good choice. The neutral, the middle of the slot was totally covered. Then they go across ice. They find the stick of Skeen. Skeen couldn't handle it. Gets reversed back away from them. Jensen now with a little bit of time. Fans the first time and is robbed by Skeen. Skeen going in to try and put some pressure on to Hurtis, who has to go back and fix it up. Puck is held in the zone. Stella will clear it out. Tried to find Bibby. Zhang flings it in deep. Tried to find Skeen and did. It's gone deep into the corner. 2.5 minutes now to play. 1 goal the lead. Zhang just missed it. It was pushed through by... they made it all the way through to Courtney in the net. And now Zhang looks up ice. Gets around the forechecking pressure. Gets around the second one. Leaves a puck behind though. As they battle on the boards. And now the... Drop Bears just beaten to it there by Gagnon, who had a chance for a shot. The puck's still loose in the slot. Won't quite go. Battling away there was Woods, but didn't get there in time. Puck across the front of the net. It's loose. They managed to clear it out of the zone now with a great chance. It's Lazaro, if she can get there in time, but it's out of play and onto the bench. And this will run another 20 or so seconds. We will have stop time for the last minute of the game with a 1 goal or less margin. So the clock won't stop yet, but when it gets down to 1 minute, the clock will stop every time the referee's whistle blows, which helps the team that's down, as the team that's up can't waste time. Harrington drops the puck, and it's picked up by Zhang, who circles around under pressure. Being forechecked heavily, looks up ice, trying to find and does find Lazaro, but Lazaro can't handle it cleanly. Comes back up to Dundas, who chips it into the middle for the Furies. And now it's on the stick of Urquhart. Urquhart's got a bit of room, doesn't get past though the pressure of Beasley, who got in the way. Back into the corner now. Can will the Drop Bears pull the goalie with a minute to go? They've left the goalie on the ice. They have the option of taking the goalie off if they want. Make something happen, that's for sure. They keep the puck in the zone. It's flung in there by Lazaro, but doesn't make it as far as the net. Now the puck comes out. Courtney Christensen still in the net, hasn't taken a change. Zhang dumps it. 25 seconds left to play. It's on the stick now of Phipps, who spins around trying to find someone. Found Urquhart. Urquhart dispossessed. Puck comes back the other way. Just 14 seconds now to play. The race will be run by Bridget Woods, who gets there first, but under a lot of pressure. It's going to be pinned up against the board. The Furies will be happy just to run the clock down. Just 5 seconds to go. It's loose in the slot. Drop Bears need to get it out now. This is their last chance, and the clock will beat them to it. So the Melbourne Furies win that one, 2-1 over the Drop Bears from 14 shots to 12. Pretty even game. Just the one goal and pretty even on the shots on the net as well. Good contest. Outstanding players for the Drop Bears. Nellie Williams was superb, even though giving away that penalty, but so too was Desjardins. And Zhang needed to stay out of the box, but was otherwise very effective. For the Furies, we hope, of course, that Shea Gunyak is okay. No one likes to see anyone get hurt and helped off the ice, but that's the way it goes. So goals to Bayer for the Drop Bears from Zhang, and for the Furies, the goals were to Chris Theo and Melissa Bibby for the 2-1 win for the Furies. We'll be back with you for the next game, which will be the Hidden Gems versus the Annihilators at 9:20 p.m.